Hello everyone, Maxigami here, and today I'm going to show you how to fold part 2 of the Origami Hydrangea designed by Shuzo Fujimoto. So I will leave a link in the description to part 1 of this video, and I'll also leave a link in the description of where to buy this book, in which Shuzo Fujimoto describes how to make the Origami Hydrangea. So go check those out. I think you'll enjoy them. So let's get right to it. So you want to keep your color side up and the wet side down. And I'm assuming that you've already made the pre-creases that I detailed for you in part 1 of these two videos. And in this part I'm going to be showing you how to collapse it and then form it so it turns into this beautiful looking Origami Hydrangea. So stay tuned. So start with the color side up, and you want to identify the center square which you made in the pre-creasing. So as you can see, this is your center square that everything's going to fold down onto. And I'm going to highlight it. I think that will be easier for you guys to see. So this is your center square. You might want to highlight it as well if this is your first time collapsing the Origami Hydrangea, since it is kind of difficult to do the first couple times. But after a little while, you get to be an expert at it, and you can do it, really easily. So here we go. So you're gonna want to identify these triangles right here as well. And you also want to identify these lines, these diagonal lines right here. And I'm highlighting these ones because they're really, really important for you to make sure they're folded correctly for the Origami Hydrangea. So I'm going to hide all of these. So here we go. So you're going to make sure all of these are mountain folds. All of these folds that I highlighted. So reinforce those if you haven't done so already. As you can see, that's what I'm doing. So reinforce these folds. So once you have these folds reinforced, it's much easier to collapse the model. So here we go, to the actual collapsing. So you're going to want to press these two triangles in on the pre-existing mountain folds. And if you don't know what a mountain fold is, I'll leave a link in the description where you can find out, where there's a video where I show you what a mountain fold is and what a valley fold is, which are really essential to know if you want to fold origami. And so once you folded these triangles in, along the pinch that you made in the pre-creasing through the center here, you want to fold it so the 2 points are basically touching. So you have this shape, and you want to make sure these are mountain folds so the paper won't bend or rip. So there you go. You have the first side that you're going to fold down onto this triangle in the center square, like this. So you're going to want to do this on all 4 sides. So rotate 90 degrees. Identify the mountain folds that you're going to make. So these triangles here, and then the center pinch, which you want to pop up and fold the 2 points to. I'll show you in a second. Hold on. It's a little bit fiddly, but you'll see how to do it. So you want to reinforce these creases and there you go. So just like the other one, point the tips together, and then you'll see where this this goes. It goes on this triangle here when you collapse it. So I'll show you that in a second. There you go. You know, rotate and do the same. Fold in the triangles. Pop up the center. And then, and just to note, this goes on all of the creases you've already made. You're not making anything new for this. Keep that in mind. Fold in, you know where it's going to go. And then the last side. Okay, sorry. Pop it up and fold it to the center, like this, on the pre-existing creases. So now that you've reinforced all of the folds, you're going to do this to all sides, collapsing it in. So while holding this fold here, pop up the other ones and go along the creases you've already made and reinforced, and fold it all down together. You might have to rewind this this video a few times so you can actually see what's going on, since it is kind of hard to explain, and it's really a visual thing rather than me explaining it to you. So yeah, you might have to rewind it. Sorry about that, but it requires a lot of fiddling. Okay, so I think we're about ready to collapse the model. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is just push it all together into the center. And make sure none of the paper is getting caught up or anything, like underneath, and that will screw up everything. So keep your mind on that. Fold in, and now you have your almost collapsed origami hydrangea. After this part, the last part is just shaping into this cool shape here. So keep that in mind. So you're going to want to open these diamonds and just flatten everything out. Make sure the paper is smooth. So open and flatten. Open and flatten. And open and flatten. So there you go. So next you want to turn the paper over and rotate so it is kind of a diamond shape. And you're going to want to take this bottom tip and fold it to the center. And I'll highlight that fold so everyone can see. Make sure it's a really good crease. So you have a valley fold right there. Then you're going to want to squash this valley fold. Sorry. So you want to do this by pushing up the layer there, and just, sorry, I ripped the paper. This occasionally will happen, where you're going to want to kind of squash open and squash, and I will probably add a video to my Origami Back to Basics tutorials detailing the squash fold. So once I do that, I will leave a link in the description of this video so you can check that out as well. because a squash fold is really necessary for knowing how to fold origami. So now you have squashed this square, this triangle, and if you didn't get that before, I will show you again on the other 3 sides. So now you're going to want to fold in the corners like this, and then fold down. And now you have one side completely squashed. So the next, you want to rotate 90 degrees. Again, fold the tip up. It's a valley fold. And then open. And you want to slowly pull on the center so it kind of inflates the center. Like this. Try not to rip the paper like I did earlier, but sometimes that just happens. And you want to make sure it turns into a nice, even square, like this. And fold it in the sides. And then squash down like that. Then rotate 90 degrees and do the exact same thing. So it's a valley fold. Lift up, squash by slowly pulling at each side like that. Flatten out. And then fold in like this. And then fold in on the valley fold. Highlight, and then you're going to squash fold. And then fold it in the sides like this. Okay, so now you want to turn the paper back over and keep the paper so it's kind of a diamond shape. Fold out the corners like this of the diamonds, smaller diamonds, and then fold the tip inside like this. And crease. That creates a crease right there. Do the exact same by folding it into the middle. And then what you want to do is fold up like this and kind of fold it up like this. It's better with a bird's eye view, so you fold up, kind of squash it like that, and fold back down. Fold up, squash it, fold back down. It looks like I'm going to have to make this into 3 parts because this is pretty time consuming. So check out the 3rd part when I upload it, which should be pretty soon. So fold up and squash, and then do the exact same for the other sides. Fold up, squash, fold up, squash, and then for the last side, fold up and squash, and fold up and squash. Alright, so that's pretty much it for collapsing the origami hydrangea. So next is the shaping to get these amazing shapes like this. So please like and subscribe and share this video. I will see you in part 3 of how to make an origami hydrangea. So see you next time.